Hello everyone, today we're talking about the top 5 mistakes we can make when installing Sharkbite fittings. Sharkbite is a brand of push to connect fittings, and these mistakes are applicable to just pretty much any brand of push to connect fittings. And since Sharkbite is the most popular one out there, we're going to be talking about them today. Which brings me to mistake number 1, the most popular mistake I've done and seen it done, and that is not pushing the pipe all the way in. Every time you push the pipe into the fitting, it feels like there's multiple stops. And as you go through each stop, it gets harder to push. And that is actually because the first few that the pipe stopped, it's the pipe going through the stainless steel teeth. Then the second one, it's going through the rubber O-ring. Then finally, it's stopping right at the brass body stopper. And just so you don't make the same mistake I did, believing the pipe is fully seated, I recommend you spend a few extra bucks in purchasing a depth guide. And when you get your gauge, make sure that not all gauges are the same. You have to get the right gauge for the right fitting. In here, you see two different gauges from Sharkbite. Even though these are the same brand, they have different depths. And this difference can cause a leak on your pipe. And this takes us to mistake number 2, which is not cutting your pipe straight. So whether you're using a saw to cut CPVC or cutters to cut PEX, make sure that you have a nice straight cut line. Here I took an example of a really bad cut to show you that once the pipe is fully inserted, there's a chance of a water leak through the O-ring. Now you may think that your cuts aren't really this bad, but if you combine a bad cut pipe that is not fully seated, you are guaranteed to get a leak. For the third biggest mistake I come across is not seeing that the pipe goes straight into the fitting. And this is applicable pretty much for any type of fitting. But the fact that push to fittings are so easy to use, people may think that it's okay if the pipe is not sitting straight inside of the fitting. And if the pipe is not sitting straight in the fitting, it could either push against the O-ring or against the teeth, causing a loose connection and future leaks. And mistake number 4 is not rimming the edges of the pipe. So after you cut a pipe, you need to rim the edges. And lucky for you, if you have a gauge, this has a rimmer right on it. And all you have to do is insert the gauge into the pipe, and after that, you rotate the pipe clockwise, and you're gonna notice pieces of the pipe coming out. And then on your pipe, you see that it creates a beveled edge. This edge allows you to insert the pipe into the fitting, not having to worry about getting caught on the O-ring, damaging the O-ring, and causing potential future leaks. And if you have a lot of projects on your house and you need help finding any of these tools, check the description below. I'm going to be listing all the tools I used here today. If you're watching this on your TV, there's a QR code for you right here. That's going to take to the same tool list. And now we're going to go ahead and talk about mistake number 5. And the fifth mistake I see is people reusing the fittings many times over. These push-to-fit fittings were meant to be easily removed and not reused. That is because every time you insert a pipe onto the fitting, you are deforming the teeth. And after so many times, these teeth won't be able to grip on the pipe sufficient to get a good hold. Although this is not the full list of things to check, I believe that checking for these 5 mistakes, if you have a leak on a Sharkbite fitting you have, that can help you out getting out of a jam. Let me know down in the comments if this helped you out, or if there's any other tips or tricks that you guys recommend for everybody. I hope you learned something in this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.